Hello Internet, colorful Arty's back again to bring you more Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons Cursed. I need to find a shorter name than that. In the last episode we made it to the first dungeon, and in this episode we're going to beat the first dungeon. That's it for a recap. Return light to unlit torches. So, people who have played Zelda 1 are going to notice some striking similarities between this dungeon and the original, very first Zelda dungeon in Zelda 1. It's a very similar shape. Very similar enemies, the boss is the exact same, and many of the rooms look identical. But yeah, this is a great first dungeon, I'm gonna say. Introduces you to all the main dungeon concepts really nicely, has some new cool gimmicks, interesting enemy fights. It's not too hard, it's got cool music, nice design, and you get 2 dungeon items in this. One of them is bombs, which you could have bought at the shop. And we got the map. I'm going to say this, if you are playing on an emulator, don't use the map, ever. I guess you can use it to check your actual floor, but when I've been playing on a Virtual Boy or Visual Boy Advance, and I've opened the map and changed it to look at the different floors, the game just soft locks. You have to reset, and that has been very infuriating more than once. But I digress. So these are Bokoblins. These guys can be annoying because they throw stuff at you. And they get tougher as time goes on. And you'll notice, everything's damaging me with 1 heart, which is not good. That means 4 hits and I'm dead. And actually, if you are just trying to beat this game, you do not have to come over here, but I kind of want the gaseous seed. No, so this dungeon, it's a really nice dungeon. You'll notice we went on minecarts, and I didn't comment on that because I was commenting on other things, but minecarts appear quite a bit in the Oracle games. You notice I hit that switch that basically changed the direction of the minecart track, which allows you to access different parts of the dungeon, and you're going to be seeing that a lot in the later dungeons, especially Dungeon 4. The second half is just minecart central, and Dungeon 5, too many minecarts. Actually, these appear in pretty much every dungeon in Oracle of Seasons, I just realized. Now watch, it's gonna be oh, the next 2 dungeons don't have them at all. And whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Hate key. A keys dropped a heart. I can't even remember the last time that happened. They almost always just drop green rupees. And we get bombs. Bombs in this playthrough are a godsend. Basically, I told you in the first video, if you have the curse ring on, your sword damage is halved. Your bomb damage is not. So we're going to be using bombs quite a bit in this game, particularly against the boss of this dungeon. Bombs absolutely decimate. Even on a normal playthrough, using bombs against him, not a bad idea. And of course they can blow up crack walls like that one. And this room is just annoying. These spiny guys, I don't even know the official name for these. I'm going to call them spikes. They're just everywhere, and you can't do anything to kill them, and at this point in the game, all we can do is move away from them to avoid them. We can't jump yet. And on that note, we're coming up on the Miniboss, the Mobbin Brothers. Don't underestimate these guys. Grar, you cannot pass! So, these guys are really annoying. Basically what you want to do is let them walk into you so you can rapidly hit them with your sword. That racks up quite a bit of damage, and oh, I forgot. You want the shield out. If they throw that boomerang at you, you're going to want to defend it with the shield or move out of the way. And you'll notice, yep, they damage 1 heart apiece. Oh, if you can hit both of them at the same time, because damaging 1 actually damages them both. So if you can hit them both with... No, they were about to die. So first game over the run. That's going to happen a lot. Get used to seeing the game over screen. Yeah, the Mobbin Brothers, like pretty much everything in this playthrough, they deal 1 heart worth of damage. Actually, not most things. Most things in this playthrough damage more than 1 heart. I am not really on my A game today, am I? That's okay. I expected to lose against the Mobbin Brothers at least once. And fortunately, even though I took a hit there, these guys tend to drop hearts. The little, you hit the giant red slimes and they turn into little red slimes, and the little red slimes are very generous at dropping hearts. You tend to get 2 hearts per, like, single bot. And I'm going the wrong way. Actually, no, I'm not. I need to hit that. Yeah. Fortunately for me, though, first dungeon is very small, so the trek to the mini-boss room is really not that bad. It does kind of stink, though, because if you beat mini-bosses in this game, they create warps, so, like, you can warp from the beginning of the dungeon to the mini-boss room. So it really just sucks if you die at the mini-boss, because it's like, I was so close, but no cigar, and thanks for that. I am playing this on a GameCube controller, and for some reason I can't use the control stick for this game. Like, I can, but it'll only give me, like, up, down, left, or right. You can't, like, move on diagonals. So I have to use the control pad for this game. So if my moving is kind of wonky, that's why. Alright. Ooh, even corner them, that's also good. Ooh, they're being nice this time. Yeah, my strategy, if you're trying to do, like, a run like this, use the shield. The shield is your best friend, and also use bombs. I'm not using bombs against these guys because I want to make sure I've got them for the boss, and yes, I killed them. Like I was saying, I want to save them for the boss, and also, those guys are really hard to hit with bombs because they tend to move out of the way at the last second, or you just aim roll. Most of the time, it's me just aiming roll, and I am not a good aimer with it when it comes to throwing bombs. So, you'll notice this room is very familiar. This is exactly like the room you got the bow in Zelda 1. Only instead of the bow, we get the seed satchel, and it has 20 ember seeds. Basically, you can drop the ember seeds, and they'll burn anything, so you can light torches or burn small trees with them. They're used quite a bit in this game. And on that note, we are actually almost done with the first dungeon, believe it or not. So, actually, I'll show you what the map looks like. Yeah, so it looks like an eagle. Don't move up or down on the map screen. It freezes the game. I can't stress that enough. It doesn't if you're playing on the actual Game Boy Color version, or I guess the Virtual Console version, but if you're playing on the emulator, for some reason, it just does not like the map screen. Fortunately, I also have played this game, like, way more times than I can care to remember, so I have all the dungeon layouts memorized, more or less. And we get the boss key, hooray! We're almost to the boss. Oh, I also forgot, you can't use any items like your sword if you've got those little red guys on you, so don't get hit by them. And also, I guess I could have just saved and quit until spawn at the start of the dungeon, but that's not really helpful. I'm gonna use that a lot later on when the dungeons are much bigger, but this is also, for some reason, the only dungeon in both Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages where the warp does not bring you to the very first room of the dungeon. It brings you back there. I think it's because the game designers wanted you to, like, know you had to light the torches in that room to get the boss key. I don't know. And these are floor masters. They're not wall masters. We're going to see those much later in the game. These are floor masters. If they grab you, then they take you back to the very beginning of the dungeon. So, just kill them. They don't spawn infinitely. There's like 4 in a room, I think. Just kill them. They take quite a few hits, especially on cursed mode, but, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to kill them, because they're annoying. And also, I think I'm like one of the few Zelda people who's not creeped out by the wall masters and floor masters from Ocarina of Time. I never thought they were scary. But whatever. That's off topic. We are going to face the first boss, Aquamentus, and we're going to throw bombs at him. So Aquamentus has 2 different moves. He can spit fireballs at you like that, or he can charge you down. And I really hope he doesn't do the charge move. Because the charge move, like, it's easy to dodge, but it also, like, wastes a lot of time. So you must... Fireball's also moving very quick. And yeah, he's already dead. That's the power of bombs. And I'm not getting that heart container because I'm gonna try to do this 4 hearts only. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the last video, but the reason I have 4 hearts instead of 3 is because if you start a Link's playthrough or a Hero's playthrough, for some reason the game gives you 4 hearts at the beginning. There's nothing I can do about that. Believe me, this game is going to be hard enough as is with 4 hearts. But, on that note, we got the first essence of nature, the fertile soil, and I think that's where we're going to leave the video for today. Sorry if it's a bit on the short side, but, you know, it's a short dungeon. Oh wait, before we leave, it's me, the Maker Tree.
Some of the fertile soil has come to me too. I already feel stronger. Oh, in my dreams I saw the Temple of Seasons in a strange land I do not know. There I saw a precious item that will aid you, Arty. That is all I can see now.
Okay, that's where we're going to leave the video off for today, so I'm Colorful Arty, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time, and God bless.